Welcome to Wild Chronicles. Today, we dive into heartwarming stories of unlikely animal friendships. From a mother cat adopting ducklings to a lioness caring for a newborn oryx, these bonds will amaze you. Hit subscribe and join us on this heartening journey through nature's extraordinary connections. Huskies and polar bears. In Canada, people witnessed a group of polar bears and huskies playing together on the ice. The huskies were tethered at their home base, and the wild polar bears were waiting for the winter ice to return to the coastline. The polar bears decided not to eat the huskies, and instead, the group of animals were caught playing together on the ice. Cats and ducklings. A mother cat, moments after giving birth to her own litter of kittens, came across a couple of ducklings on the family property. As she had just given birth, instead of her usual instinct of eating the ducklings, the mother cat turned into somewhat of an adopted mother. She cared and nurtured the ducklings, with them even drinking her milk. As you can tell, that was a lucky fate for this group of ducklings. Jaguar and Jack Russell. Having spent their younger years in the same enclosure as this big cat and small dog grew up, they refused to separate from one another, even when staff attempted to move the Jaguar to a larger enclosure. This pair sleep, eat and play together, spending all their time together in their shared enclosure. Rhino and sheep. To help an orphaned rhino calf learn to graze and to help them survive, this calf was put together with a sheep. The rhino learnt to graze through the sheep, also allowing it to de-stress, as the rhino calves don't do well when left alone. Lion and oryx. In Kenya, a lioness spotted a newborn oryx in the wild and started to care and nurture for it. Thought to be because of a trauma in the lioness's past, she was seen to continue to care after 5 other oryxes. Unfortunately, all of them met untimely fates, as it is difficult for a lioness to care for an oryx in the wild. Dog and orangutan. Dogs have been pets for humans for years, and now this group of orangutans seem to also be treating Roscoe the dog as a pet. The animals have all known each other for over 7 years and play, care and sleep together. When they first met, Roscoe was a stray, and the group of orangutans fed him monkey biscuits and cared for him when Roscoe followed them to the enclosure. Now Roscoe has become something of a pet to this group of orangutan. The bond between them is adorable. Antelope and giraffe. In a safari park, a male antelope has been caught jumping the fence between the reserved to seek out a female giraffe named Camila. These two started to see and hang out with each other as infants, and this relation continued into their adulthood. It has apparently even gone so far as the male antelope being caught trying to mate with the giraffe. Bear, tiger, and lion. An American black bear has spent his entire life in the same enclosure as a tiger and a lion. These three are all around 12 years old and enjoy playing and sleeping together in a wildlife sanctuary in Atlanta. The level of power goes from the bear to the lion, and finally to the tiger, who enjoys testing the waters on a daily basis. Bulldog and lion cub. In South Africa, these two animals were raised in the safari park and loved to play around with each other. As they were raised together, the two formed a very close bond, just wanting to play all day long. This is a seemingly common thread between all of these animal relations: the idea of play and being vulnerable with each other, despite being of different species. Capybara and puppies. In a wildlife refuge in the US, this special capybara has mothered several litters of puppies. She sleeps, eats, plays and grooms with them, and has acted as an adopted mother for at least 4 litters of puppies. Capybaras in the wild sometimes help mother others young, so here it is assumed that the mothering instinct must have kicked in despite this specific capybara not ever having her own children. Elephant and dog. In the Elephant Nature Park in Thailand, an elephant named Kam La was rescued from the tourism industry. She became best friends with a stray dog named Thong A, who had also found refuge in the park. Thong would often ride on Kam La's back, and the two would play and cuddle together. Hippo and tortoise. Finally, we have the most unlikely animal relationship of all, the hippo and the tortoise. In a wildlife sanctuary in Kenya, a baby hippo named Owen was rescued after being separated from his family during a flood. The sanctuary staff introduced Owen to a 130-year-old tortoise named Enzi, hoping that the older animal could provide comfort and companionship to the young hippo. To everyone's surprise, Enzi and Owen became inseparable friends. They would eat, sleep, and play together, and Enzi would even allow Owen to ride on his back. As we conclude, we hope these tales of compassion touched your heart. Don't forget to like and share the video, and subscribe for more captivating adventures with Wild Chronicles. Until next time, stay wild and cherish the wonders of the animal kingdom.